So this is a test of the AVer VB350 soundbar. Based on some previous testing, we did go ahead and turn the noise reduction up to high, and we have also turned on low light compensation to hopefully improve its performance with black levels. But that is what the current state of the settings are. It is in group framing mode. It is set to, let's see, what do we got? It is set to high speed on the framing, but a narrow group view. So that is what the current settings are. So now we are going to proceed with the testing. Right now, I am maybe 6 feet away. I'm talking directly at the bar, actively engaging with it. And now we're going to move about the room and see what the experience is like as we do that. So here I am moving up and I am talking at the whiteboard. So I'm not facing the camera anymore. I'm facing the whiteboard. And we will see if it picks me up both on camera and with audio. Here I turn and I'm facing towards the camera a little bit. And then here I turn and I'm facing towards the head of the table. And then I'm back at the whiteboard. Or here I'm turned and I'm facing the whole table and talking at everybody there. If we move around the room and we come and we sit down at the head of the table, we can see what the experience is like when you're about as far away as I ever really would like to have a soundbar in any conference room environment. This is around 18 feet. This is really kind of my limit personally, but we'll see. How does this bar do at this distance? I am leaned in and actively engaging with the far end here, or maybe I'm sitting back a little bit. I'm looking up. I'm not directly engaging. How big is the difference in that experience? I don't know. We'll have to find out. One thing that is really important to note with this, as I turn around and I face the windows covered with curtains and then come back around, I do think it is really important to note that when this thing does reframe, if it has a big enough reframe that it needs to do, it will pause the video, move the head, and then fade into the new video. So you will actually have a freeze frame for a couple of seconds as it moves around. That's not a glitch in the recording. That is the way the camera handles reframing. So we've just seen me talking at the bar, me talking here at the wall, facing the wall, or turn back facing the head of the table, or in this case, turn and facing the rest of the table. That's what this is like on this side of the room. So now I'm sitting here close. This is about as close as you're likely to get in most conference room environments. I am pretty close up to the bar. I'm talking directly at the far end, and hopefully this is a good experience, both on video and with the audio quality. So now I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk around the room. Check. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey. Check, check. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expect to see the camera video pause on the whiteboard before it turns around and faces me eventually. And there we go. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. I'm back in my original seat. And this concludes the test of the AVer VB350. Hopefully that worked out well. Okay, we're doing one more test of the AVer VB350 soundbar. In this case, we have set it to PTZ mode for the reframing, not the smart auto frame. Let's see what those are called. Yeah, so in this case, we have set the transition effect to PTZ movement rather than smart view shift. This should hopefully avoid the freeze frame and then fade in to the new position. But the downside is we will see the PTZ head move as the framing moves around. So I'm just going to move around a little bit and see kind of what that experience is like as I move around to different positions throughout the room. Maybe I'm here at the whiteboard, talking to the whiteboard, or I turn and I face this way, or I turn and I face this way, or I come to the head of the table, and I'm really just speed running through the normal spiel here because this really is just set to group framing mode at this point. So it's really only going to be moving around and reframing when you have people coming into and out of the shot. I think this is going to be a much more impactful setting change when you have this in a speaker tracking mode, but that is obviously not something that I can easily test by myself. So this is just what the experience is like with this group framing setting set to the PTZ movement mode, and we will summarize that here thusly as I come back around to my original seat to wrap things up. It should find me here, and there we go. That concludes the AVer VB350, a quick run through just with it doing PTZ movement setting rather than the smart setting.